It has to get worse before it gets better. Immediately, you might be thinking, Ethan, why does it have to get worse before it gets better? I've been working my butt off, trying so hard day and night. I should be in that better state by now. I deserve that. And while that might be true, life unfortunately is not fair. It doesn't care what you did, your greatest accomplishments, or how disciplined you are, or how much change you want. It cares about consistency. To be consistently good over occasionally great is the formula. To show up regardless of impact, numbers, and outside opinions, whatever it may be, to just keep showing up continuously, because that is what you believe in, that is what you are convicted about, that is what you are passionate about. But it has to get worse before it gets better. Just last night, I was hanging out with some friends, some best friends of mine, and me and my boy were just sharing our frustration a little over just the cycle that we're in and the corruption going on, and how on one side people are dying, struggling, just making ends meet, and on the flip side people our age are making millions and living this lavish lifestyle, just not even aware of the cycle. And I mentioned something to him, something from this creator I follow, Higher Up Wellness. Change happens when the pain of staying the same is greater than the pain of changing. I'll say that one more time for it to really sink in. Let that sink in, bro. Open the front door, let that sink in. Change happens when the pain of staying the same is greater than the pain of changing. So for it to reach that point of the pain of staying the same being greater than the pain of changing, it has to get worse. You have to realize where you are, and just like the level of frustration or the level of change that you really want to seek out, it has to get worse before it gets better. You have to be the one to seek it out. You have to be the one to realize. And a lot of people are comfortable. And that's okay for the most part, if that's what you want to do. But it has to get worse before it gets better. It has to get worse for you to realize it and seek change to make it better. God will let you hit rock bottom to show you that He is the rock at the bottom. There have been things and people in the past I've prayed for out of just selfish desires, and that's what I thought. I'm like, I'm ready. I'm good right now. This is what I want, God. This is what I'm. Here you are. Here I am. I'm praying for this. But it's until that I had to reach a lowest of lows right after to realize that God was protecting me from not having what I prayed for. That I had to reach genuinely like rock bottom in order to become the man that can maybe even be fortunate enough to have what I prayed for. It's in the lows, it's when it gets worse, that I realize you have to have the lows. It has to get worse in order to recognize and appreciate the highs. Because you can't have the lows. You can't have the highs without the lows. You can't have lightness without the dark. There has to be the contrast. And that is where this freedom comes from God. Freedom to do what you please. You can praise Him. You can not believe. You can believe. But there has to be the contrast, and you can't have the highs without the lows. This might be a little bit vulnerable for me, but this correlates with what I have to say right now in this video. And even if it just resonates with one person, if it helps one of you guys, that's enough for me. But this is a journal entry I wrote 2 months ago, and I just think it works well with this. What do I have to say? So I do this verse of the day when I do my journal entries. I have this Bible app. There's a new verse every day. Simple as that. I feel like it helps me remember them and stay more on top of it. So the verse is Matthew 5:4. You are blessed when you feel you've lost what is most dear to you. Only then can you be embraced by the one most dear to you. And then underneath I said, I've got a lot on my conscience lately. I've been doing a lot of thinking and deep reflecting. My life has been changing so rapidly lately, it must be a product of that, but even still, I feel as though I'm missing something. In the last 2 months alone, I got a new car with new wheels, been to 2 concerts, met a girl, went to some like crazy event. I'm trying to like stay a little private still. Became an assistant manager, been going to the gym, made some money off stocks. But despite all that, I'm missing the entire point, which is Jesus. All across these crazy moments, I still get reminded that He is with me. I say under this, to be honest, some of these days, I just feel like giving up. And I'll never come to realize my personal legend. And I'll never find my person. But something in me refuses. I want to give up, but I eat healthy. I want to give up, but I carry myself to the gym. I want to give up until I realize I don't actually want to give up. That these days will too come to an end, and I'll remember them fondly. I'm already blessed by Jesus Christ. I will travel the world, I will find my person, I will realize my personal legend, and I will keep going no matter what. Amen. That is what I had to say. And that is truly how I feel. Genuinely, if it was not for the lows, for me to become the man that I can be now, and I'm still growing, but in just a year difference, with prayer, repetition, and consistency, consistently good over occasionally great, so much change can happen, genuinely. But you have to just seek it out. You can't stay in your room, you can't stay selected and just hear this and that, this and this. It has to get worse before it gets better. Embrace the worst. Embrace the failures. You can do it. You can seek change. You can be a different person. And make it. So, that's all I have to say for this video. If you listen to this, if it resonated with you, please let me know down below. Or just to let me know. And I appreciate you guys for watching. I love you guys. Love you all. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.